Neither Ben Simmons nor James Harden scored a single point in the second half of the 76ers' last two playoff elimination games. Simmons and Harden swapped teams in a blockbuster trade back in February. So, New York Post Nets reporter Brian Lewis is here with us, and I have to put him on the hot seat so we can find out which team has won the trade so far. Brian, welcome to the hot seat. I just made that up. So Ben Simmons didn't play at all for the Nets, and Philly didn't get Houston Rockets, James Harden type production from him this season or playoffs. So which team do you think is in a better position heading into the offseason?
When they made this trade, I think that was the question: who won this trade? Now we're sitting there saying, well, who lost it worse, right? I think basically the way the situation played out, the Nets essentially punted on a title this year to extend their window, right?
Yep.
The Sixers pushed all their chips in the middle of the table trying to win this year. Based on that, I would have to say the Sixers lost it worse because they have nothing but bad choices. You can extend Harden, and I think it's pretty clear watching him play that he's not going to be close to worthy of that extension. Or you could end up losing him. Your options are not good. And the Nets have a situation with Ben Simmons that they have to work out. They've got to work out his mental situation. They've got to work out his physical situation. But you've at least given yourself a longer runway to sort out all the issues that you created for yourself. You traded away your bad situation for a situation that's not quite as bad if you're the Nets.
You mentioned that bad situation because all throughout the season there were rumors of discontentment between Harden and Kevin Durant, which ultimately led to Harden's departure. So do you think KD can get more out of Ben Simmons than he did with James Harden?
It's a good question. Personally, from what I've heard, the situation was less with KD than it was with Kyrie. And I want to be specific. I don't think Harden had any literal issue with Kyrie as a guy. I think he just had an issue with a decision that Kyrie made that kept him off the floor, right? I don't think there was actual legitimate personal beef between KD and Harden, who've known each other for years. As far as with Simmons, I think the responsibility falls a little bit less on KD, even though he's the best player on the team and he's the unquestioned star, and more with the organization. They have to give Ben Simmons the support to get on the floor, both physically and mentally.
Well, Brian Lewis, we'll be talking to you again soon. Thanks for joining us.
No problem.